What to do, peeps? Just got off video with Melly Mel and a few other good brothers, ball game, and a few other people. And we was talking about the mental health issue that we face as a people. You know, a lot of people are pretty anti. I need to see a psychiatrist, or I need any kind of help or therapy or things of that nature. And it works. I mean, I'm a prime candidate for how it helped me deal with a lot of anxiety and stress, fatigue, and a lot of other things to be basically functional again, to get back out there and just be in a right state of mind. So yeah, mental health is really one of the challenges that we face, along with, like I say, we have several ills, a lot of ills we face with. I stay in my lane because I know the gang culture from the time I was 13 till basically to date. Um, it's not good. We never intended it to be like this, but it got out of hand. It's just like any other idea that somebody come up with. And I wanted to clarify a lot of people about Compton because Compton was basically started with Pyru. And they started because you had the spook hunters that were anti-black. So they would chase black people out of the neighborhoods and what a lot of people don't know. We were fighting white boys in the 60s just because they had the numbers. They were racist, and we migrated from other areas, Louisiana. I'm from South Jersey myself. We moved to Compton like in early 60s, mid 60s, something like that. So it just got to the point to where people were trying to protect themselves. You had the Klan and Spook Hunters, which was with the Compton police and all that, and the Vikings that was with Linwood police when they had the white cars. So it's always been gangs in Compton. You know, they just never speak on the white gangs. So Piru just kind of formed with the people that lived on Piru Street to protect their block. Sylvester Scott, everybody know him as Puddin', and Nate, and I think Baba Louie and them came maybe a little later, but them dudes they was just basically protecting they neighborhood from racists. So at about 1972, when Bob Simmons bought the boys home to Compton on Santa Fe and Pond and Atlantic Drive, that's when the Crips came to Compton because it was predominantly Pyru. It wasn't blood. They didn't. I don't think they had the colors or nothing like that. But Pyru was out. The Pyru Boys probably was out in 69, 70, 71. You know, and there wasn't no Crips in Compton. And the Crips came to Compton, like I said, when Tookie and them came in there. So a lot of these people get misconstrued that the Crips was always in Compton. No, they didn't. They wasn't founded in Compton. It was L.A. That's an L.A. gang. You know, that just when they came to Compton, it just they campaigned and migrated. I mean, it was like overnight. And like I said, for a few seconds, you had some Piru Crip that hung together. I don't think it was short lived anyway between the Pirus and Crips because it's not like the Crips came with the olive branch. You know what I'm saying? They would take leather coats and Stacey Adams and hats with the matches in them, and they just came in that fashion. So it kind of like they had a resistance, you know, with the Pyru. So um, and in Compton, what you had Pyru, then you had Fruittown Pyru, and if I'm not mistaken, Pyru Street kind of run through Fruittown a little bit. I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've been over there, but then you had the U.S., the Us Boys, that was you and the Rue. You know, they were just Us Boys. You know, but since it wasn't nothing else but Pyru, they were almost at the behest of the Pyru. So then you had the Brims over there by Dominguez off of Gibson and where they call Ducky Hood now. That was no, that was Bishops. They had the Bishops over by Ducky Hood. You had the bounty hunters, which is cross Atlantic over that way. Brown rags. You had the gold rag. So it was just a thing that a lot of these youngsters don't know, and some people in denial. They don't want to admit it because I guess they think that makes them a harder crip or uh, trying not to diss the set or whatever. But facts are facts, and the Pyrus to like I said, that was the people that I was up against, and them dudes, like I said, they resisted. They resisted. You just wasn't going over there taking nothing from it. I mean, you had the numbers when we got the numbers because we migrated like overnight to where it was 7-8 to 1. You know, so they were basically um, backed in a corner up until you just couldn't just punk them down. They just wasn't going for it. You know, it's just that simple. And they didn't have the numbers, but they had a lot of cats that had heart. You know, and then the Crips the same way. You had a lot of Crips, and vice versa. You know, you always gonna have your marks and your busters, your campaigners, or the guys that dress. I call them billboards. They just dress the gang attire and don't do nothing. Get up, dress, drink a few beers with you, and go to work and go home. And you know, you had gang members and you had gang bangers. The bangers, the ones that was out there putting in work and holding the front line, um, they're dead or in jail, got scars on their face and then put into work. There's a few, now it's a few that never went to jail, but put the work in. They were reputable. They were reputable, you know. So I just put this out there because it's coming. I'm coming with some things that we have to change the mindset of these youngsters. We have to get them to the point to where um, they see different. That not gang banging is attractive. You know what I'm saying? And not doing the harm. Like I said, you ain't gonna erase the Crips and Bloods. They probably here just like any other entity that's just gonna be here for generations. But you can change the harm that we do to each other. We can change the way they think, take the glamour out of doing hurt to each other. Because we prove we can hurt each other on both sides. And that's what we have to set up our defense mechanism for ourselves. The way stuff is going and always been in this country, we just gotta find a way to get along without killing each other or doing the harm or robbing and all the other ills that come with it because we all we got. So on that note, I salute to all the people out there trying to get it together. I've talked to a few people. Like I said, we getting ready to get it going to where we're going to make some changes. And we start in Compton first. You know, we Comptonites. And all my Comptonites, you know, ain't but one love. I don't care what side you're on. You know, we don't weather the storm. So it's time to just get back and make it right. Much love and peace. Y'all be blessed.